Cal State Fullerton's women's soccer team brings home first place in the Big West Conference this weekend. Go Titans!
Multiple University of Missouri officials are resigning in a call for change to administration amidst accusations of discrimination. And the pumpkin launch was this weekend as Titans and other students came out to catapult pumpkins into the air. This is OC News and it starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Falak Janga.
And I'm Neha Sheda. OC News is brought to you by the Cal State Fullerton journalism students.
The Cal State Fullerton women's soccer team won their third consecutive Big West Conference title yesterday, 1-0 versus Long Beach State, right here at Titan Stadium. Freshman midfielder Alba Barrios put away the game-winning goal in the 56th minute, and junior goalkeeper Jennifer Stewart did an exceptional job between posts by securing the shutout win. Senior midfielder Christina Birkland earned Big West Tournament MVP honors after recording a hat trick and an assist versus UC Santa Barbara in the semifinal game just days earlier. The Lady Titan will now travel to USC this Friday to take on the Lady Trojans in the first match of the NCAA Women's National Collegiate Soccer Tournament. All of us here at OC News want to congratulate the Cal State Fullerton women's soccer team on their continued success, and we wish you luck versus USC. Go Titans!
And an uproar is happening on the campus of the University of Missouri after students protested and called for an ouster. President Tim Wolf resigned today. The protest centered around race relations on campus and accusations that administrators didn't go enough to combat racism. And late this afternoon, the chancellor announced he will be leaving at the end of the year. Stephen Nannis from CNN has the report.
Amid a growing race relations controversy, the president of the University of Missouri system said he's resigning.
The frustration and anger that I see is clear, real, and I don't doubt it for a second.
At the center of it all, claims of inaction. Black student leaders say despite overt displays of racism at the school, administrators did nothing to deal with the issue on the overwhelmingly white main campus. The growing divide was evident in this video taken by a student and posted to Twitter on Friday.
What do you think systematic oppression is?
Systematic oppression is because you don't believe that you have the equal opportunity for success.
You don't believe.
In his speech, Wolf mentioned Jonathan Butler, a student who began a hunger strike last week, calling for change.
This is the beginning. We still have a lot of healing that needs to happen on campus, but this is a great first step towards change.
Butler's hunger strike is over, and the school's football team will practice Tuesday and play Saturday after threatening to boycott both. Wolf took responsibility for the lack of action, then asked students and faculty to look to the future.
Use my resignation to heal and start talking again.
Students have called for broader cultural sensitivity training, more minority staff members, and other changes. Requests school administrators said were under consideration. I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
Colorado high school students have found a backdoor on iPhones to send nude pictures to each other. For more, we go to this CNN report.
A quick search in the Apple App Store reveals hundreds of these private vault security photo apps, disguised as calculators or audio managers.
It is an application, it does work, but it also has then the dark side.
A secret place to store photos, messages, or browse the internet. In Canyon City, administrators uncovered students using the apps to collect and share naked photos.
It might be funny or fun today, but 10 years from now, is that really what you want to have out there?
Metro State security expert Steve Beatty says the apps aren't new, but the technology is becoming more sophisticated.
They are able to hide more and more things.
Many of the apps are so advanced they allow 2 passwords. Type in one, everything on the app disappears. Put in another, perhaps only known to you, and it's all back.
And you have to type in exactly the right number to unlock and get behind and see the photos.
While teens may think the photos are hidden from mom and dad, Beatty says there's nothing stopping the developers of the apps from sharing the photos.
It could just take your hidden photos and send them to somebody else on the net. And there you go. Your information then is compromised in ways you never imagined.
So, did you see the strange light flying through the sky a few nights ago, Neha?
I did. What was that?
I don't know, but it was all over social media. Well, social media lit up Saturday night as Southern California residents noted a strange blue light flying across the skies. Observers of the blue light shot video and posted it to the web, theorizing that SoCal was getting a visit from aliens, or they were seeing a comet or a meteor enter the atmosphere. Some residents even made calls to law enforcement with their concerns. However, U.S. military officials at the Pentagon stated that the strange blue light was actually a planned missile test off the coast of SoCal. It was scheduled that night as a launch from the USS Kentucky. So everyone planned to see more blue lights streaking through the night sky this week as the military continues to conduct their tests until November 12th. What was really amazing is that everyone went on social media the moment it was happening and started posting videos.
What did Fullerton engineers and scientists do with all the leftover pumpkins from Halloween this weekend? Launch them into the air, of course. The annual pumpkin launch to promote the sciences and engineering was this weekend, and Donald Edmonds has the report.
Saturday morning on the Titan Athletic Fields, the scientists and engineers are having a field day. Pumpkins have been gathered, and it's brought a number of catapults and trebuchets to the field, ready to launch those pumpkins into the air. We're here on Cal State Fullerton's athletic fields for the annual pumpkin launch, wherein a number of teams assembled from a number of schools will be launching pumpkins into the air, hitting targets, and hopefully scoring points for their team. But it was a day for activities that promoted science and engineering as well, as children got to build, interact, and even experiment with launching activities of their own. The entire field was lit up with activities.
We did the catapults where we got marshmallows and we got to build our own catapults with the spoon.
Then there was the catapulters.
This is personally my first event here at the school, and it's been really fun helping with the team, creating our pumpkin launcher, and it's been quite an experience. You know, we've been working on it for about 2 months now, and I had no idea this event was going to be as large as it is, so it's pretty exciting. Cool.
Even the kids got to do some launching of their own, thanks to Discovery, Cube, OC, and LA.
Actually, several goals. One of them is to get the families out to a community event that is involving science and engineering. So they're exposed to it in a fun way, an exciting way, very dramatic way in some cases.
Although it was a competition where only one team would win, it was a bigger win for the sciences and engineering. For OC News, this is Donald Edmonds.
And what's going on with the weather, Adrian? It's been chilly.
That's right, Neha, and it's been cold for about a week or so now, but will it continue? We'll have your answer in weather coming right up.
It's what powers our journey to reach unimaginable heights. It fosters a sense of yearning to create, explore, and soar. It strengthens our will to climb to the top. It's the bedrock of our conviction that nothing's impossible. It transforms us and sets us free to thrive and build lives of purpose. Titan pride is at the heart of who we are.
Well, we had a bit of a cold spell the last week, but now that cooling trend might be going away. Here's Adrian with that story and more in weather.
All right, thank you, Alex. So we'll start off with the current temperatures, I should say. You can see currently right now it's about 63 degrees, and we're going to have a low about 51 tonight, so it's definitely going to be a little chilly, no question about it. You can see the winds are coming in from the west at about 9 miles per hour, and our sunrise earlier today was at 6:20 a.m., 6:19. For tomorrow, we're going to have a 6:20 a.m., so I get a little extra minute there before the sun does come up. Sunset tonight, you can see, is going to be about 4:54 p.m., so you might want to hit those headlights a little bit earlier than usual, and that's pretty much what we can expect going forward now through on the rest of winter. So let's take a look at the regional temperatures. I believe that graphic is up next. There we go. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to slide on over here. You can definitely see the cooling trend has continued, at least for the night anyway. And LA, we're going to be right around 52 degrees, like I mentioned. San Diego, A little bit warmer from the looks of it, about 59 or so. Up in San Jose, we're looking at about 43 degrees tonight. And in Las Vegas, if you're out there this week, early on this week anyway, it's going to be definitely a lot cooler out there in the desert. You're looking at about 47 degrees there. Okay, so if I can, we want to take a look now at the 5-day forecast. If we have that up, there we go. All right, and you can see earlier we definitely had some cloud cover earlier today. That trend, unfortunately, though, will not continue, and it seems that temperatures are going to be rising starting tomorrow and through on the rest of the week. You can see that on Tuesday we have about a high of 70 degrees. Wednesday definitely starts to get a lot warmer. You're looking at about 77, 81 by Thursday, and then by Friday, 85 degrees. It's going to be very sunny out Tuesday on through the end of the week. The lows are definitely going to be staying right around the high 40s to the mid 50s. Still going to be pretty cold at night, so you might want to stay bundled up right when the sun starts to drop. But during the day, yeah, might as well bring out the shorts, I guess, again if you can. And it doesn't look like summer is quite gone away completely yet. I should fall for that matter. But what's winter in California anymore, right, guys? So you can see national forecast-wise, we have winter has rolled in throughout the rest of the country. And there is about a 40% chance of rain tonight in Fullerton. However, we'll see if that does in fact happen. I know there was some cloud cover earlier, but from what I anticipate, I don't think it's going to happen, especially with the sun. It's definitely clearing up throughout the rest of the weekend, warming up. So yeah, if you guys are not quite tired of summer, then don't fret. It's definitely going to be a lot warmer towards the end of the week. So that's all I have for weather for today, guys. Enjoy it while you can, I guess. Back to you.
Thanks, Adrian. I'm hoping for rain tonight. It's never too late to join Facebook. President Obama on Monday debuted his very own page on the social media site. His first post is a 2-minute video showing the president walking through the White House backyard. In it, he urges Americans to protect the planet for future generations. Mr. Obama's climate change message implores viewers to preserve this beautiful planet of ours. He says now's the time to join Facebook, with nearly 3 in 4 adults active on it. Aside from the official White House page, there's another Barack Obama Facebook account. It is run by his Community Action Advocacy Group. The president has been more active on social media nearing the end of his second term. He joined Twitter in May, and in an election update, Republican president candidate Chris Christie says he doesn't have much sympathy for the increased scrutiny fellow contender Ben Carson is getting from the media. In recent days, Carson has pushed back against what he calls unfair vetting of his personal life. It includes investigating stories in Carson's autobiography about his violent youth and a scholarship offer from West Point. Christie tells CNN's Chris Cuomo it's up to Carson to prove his life story.
I got to tell you, a couple of days of being asked about something that you put in your books, I got to tell you, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy. He should answer the questions forthrightly and directly. If he does, the American people will accept it. If he doesn't, then he's got a problem.
Can't wait to see how this election turns out. An update on the Volkswagen scandal. They have decided to open their wallet to car owners affected by the massive emissions scandal. The German automaker is giving its U.S. car owners $500 gift cards that can be spent anywhere. Volkswagen is also giving out another $500 gift card that can only be used at Volkswagen and Audi dealerships, as well as 3 years of free roadside assistance. The move comes 2 months after the automaker admitted that many of its diesel cars use software designed to cheat on emissions tests. 500,000 vehicles in the U.S. must be fixed to comply with federal emissions standards. Volkswagen says about 11 million vehicles worldwide have the deceptive software.
It's November and Mockingjay Part 2 comes out in just a couple of weeks. The cast of the movie were promoting the final installment of the film franchise at a photo call in Paris on Monday, and for the most part, the fashion was flawless. Jennifer Lawrence was wearing a gorgeous white frock paired with some black boots. Josh Hutcherson wore a dark denim button-down shirt, and Liam Hemsworth rocked a blue blazer. However, the actor who stood out the most with his wardrobe selection was Woody Harrelson. Harrelson decided to go for a more casual look and wore pajamas. The 54-year-old took the bum-in-it look to a whole new level and skipped slippers, let alone shoes. His pajamas and socks were definitely an outfit to remember. In other news, Donald Trump brings SNL its highest overnight rating since 2012. Jimmy Fallon returns to Boston, and there's a new box office winner. David Daniel has it all in today's Hollywood Minute.
Republican presidential hopeful Donald Trump graced the SNL stage for a few laughs and even agreed to show off a few dance moves, but he vetoed some sketches in order to keep things a little more PC. Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon knows how to make light of any situation, including his own misfortunes. At a comedy benefit in Boston, Fallon joked about recently injuring his right hand during a ceremony at Harvard University, saying he had a great trip and that he stayed at a lovely hotel, Mass General Hospital. And there's a new #1 at the box office. The latest 007 film, Spectre, earning an estimated $73 million in its opening weekend in the U.S. Coming in at #2, the Peanuts movie, bringing in an estimated $45 million, also in its opening weekend. And The Martian, still hanging in there, coming in third, banking an estimated $9.3 million. For Hollywood Minute, I'm David Daniel.
And it looks like there's a new chef in the kitchen. It's official, John Legend is the perfect husband. The All of Me singer helped out his wife, Chrissy Teigen, in the kitchen when she was a bit under the weather due to pregnancy sickness. The mother-to-be posted a picture of her husband cooking her favorite meal for dinner on Instagram. We can't wait to see these two cuties become parents. On another note, SeaWorld San Diego is going through some changes. SeaWorld is ending the killer whale shows at its San Diego park after a wave of recent criticism and low attendance. At an investor conference, SeaWorld announced it will phase out the shows by the end of 2016, and it will debut a new orca experience with strong conservation message in 2017. Attendance at the San Diego park has dropped, and SeaWorld has faced animal cruelty claims after the 2013 documentary Blackfish, co-produced by CNN Films. No word on if the shows will also end at SeaWorld's other parks. That wraps up this week's news and entertainment. What will we be looking forward to in Sports Report, Allie?
Up next, we will take a look at what country might be banned from the Olympics, and University of Missouri football players react to resignation of their school president. That and more on your latest sports news next.
The odds of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org.
Russia may be in trouble with recent findings of drug use in their athletics, and Lakers fell short the other night in New York against the Knicks. Here's Allie with latest in sports.
Thank you, Philip. The world of athletics faces a corruption scandal that threatens to rival FIFA's in terms of seriousness and skill. The World Anti-Doping Agency says it's uncovered what amounts to state-sponsored doping in Russia. CNN's Alex Thomas interviewed International Association of Athletics Federations President Seb Cohen. He didn't rule out the possibility of banning Russia from the 2016 Olympics. CNN speaks with International Association of Athletics Federation President Sebastian Coe.
I've asked the Russian Federation to respond by Thursday to the allegations that have been made. On Friday, I've asked my council, the IAAF Council, to convene to review the statement, review the observations that the Russian Federation makes to us. That's the appropriate way to do it because they are a member federation of the IAAF, and the council will then review what is being said to them on Friday.
If the findings are proved and Russia have to be suspended, is there any way back for them before the Rio Olympics?
I'm not prejudging anything at all. We will hear what they have to say, and then we will discuss on Friday the potentiality of sanction.
Coe said he will do whatever it takes to return the sport to being a responsible, transparent, accountable sport that is responsive, especially on behalf of the clean athletes. Next up, the Missouri football team is underway to play this weekend once the news broke out that President Tim Wolf has resigned due to racial allegations. The race complaints came to a head over the weekend when at least 30 black football players announced they would not participate in team activities until Wolf was gone. The athletics of color on the University of Missouri football team truly believe injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, the players said in a statement. We will no longer participate in any football-related activities until President Tim Wolf resigns or is removed due to his negligence toward marginalized students' experience. We are united. The Tigers' next game is scheduled Saturday against BYU at Arrowhead Stadium, the home of the NFL's Kansas City Chiefs, and canceling it could have cost the school more than $1 million. Players have confirmed the game will be played as scheduled and they'll practice on Tuesday. In your latest basketball news, Lakers played at the world's most popular arena yesterday in what may have been Kobe's last game at Madison Square. Hook shot, Julius Randle grabs the rebound and throws the ball back to Hibbert for the jumper. Kobe Bryant drives the basket and pulls for the jumper. There he goes. Look at you, Kobe. Okay, Carmelo Anthony able to get into the lane for the pull-up jumper, and the Knicks are within 1 point of the lead. Jose Calderon throws the bounce pass over to Langston Galloway, who hits a three from the corner to give the Knicks the late lead. Knicks are able to hold on down the stretch for the win as Kobe Bryant shakes hands with players and fans. We see Kobe and Carmelo embracing after the game. Best friends right there. The Lakers will play Tuesday in Miami against the Heat at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. In hockey news, our very own Anaheim Ducks are currently in a 4-game winning streak after Saturday's slim win against the San Jose Sharks. Ducks will attempt to keep the streak alive in tonight's game at Honda Center at 7 p.m. against the Arizona Coyotes. Good luck, Ducks. We will be rooting for you. Also tonight, San Diego Chargers are up against the Chicago Bears at 5:30 on ESPN in a game that will renew a rivalry between the Bears' Jay Cutler and the Chargers' Phillip Rivers. I'm sure that will be a great game for all the football fans out there, and may the odds be ever in your fantasy football team's favor. That is all for us with today's sports. Back to you in the studio.
Tonight, we are very proud of Cal State Fullerton alumna Lauren Groves. Lauren was a reporter and anchor on OC News last semester. She took home first place in the TV news category at the CSU Media Arts Awards Saturday night. She was competing against students from all 23 campuses. Her winning story featured Cal State Fullerton student who is majoring in music. He is the son of late CHP officer Don Burt, who was gunned down right near the campus almost 2 decades ago. The university is naming a street after the fallen officer. Cameron never met his father, but says he's happy to see his dad's legacy live on. Join us on social media to tell us about important stories you see and other items you would like to see covered on OC News. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all under the handle of OC News CSUF.
We would love to hear your thoughts. That's going to be it for us here at OC News. We'll see you again next week.
Good night.